I started my junior year, so pretty late, I think, compared to what you usually can. So I think it just depends on when it fits into your career.
I was the same way. I don't think it was until I was a junior that I actually even applied for the co-op office. I remember Deb saying, I don't know where you've been for the last couple of years because they look for, certain GPA standings and like your just availability. And she was like, we could have had jobs for you in the past had you been in earlier. So it really comes down to what does your schedule look like? Are you actually working for a place right now or not? How available are you? But I think generally any grade is open, but I think most of the time you're looking for more like sophomores and kind of earlier on.
Encourage, sophomores. Your freshman requirements complete, and then you can enroll in the co-op pool. So after your freshman requirements are complete, you can get your name in there and get your resume in there. So let's say once you do that, your resume would be available for employers to look at when we send them to them.
So for my personal experience, I started a little bit later. I was the oldest one out of the 4 co-ops that I worked with there. But in turn, I was able to handle a little bit more advanced things just because I had a bit more education. Doesn't mean you're going to be held back by any means if you're earlier on, in your college career. But just jump into it whenever you can. That's my advice.
Nathan, when did you start?
Oh.
When did you start your co-op?
I started my sophomore year.
Okay.
So,
What was it like starting as a sophomore in engineering? That's a little intimidating.
yeah, a little bit, especially when you go to the office and you're like, oh, okay, well, how old are you? And you're like, 21. And you're like, oh, you're just a kid. Okay. So.
How did you feel though? How'd they take care of you? Tell us about that.
It didn't matter about my age still, they ended up still treating me like another worker. And so that was good and it was bad because they're going to treat you exactly like a worker. So I mean, you get the same discipline, you're going to get the same praise, which sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not. But they were very accepting and they were willing to bring me into their workforce and their team and get me up to speed.
Great, thank you.
So I came into college with about a semester done already. And so after my first semester of college, I was eligible to meet that freshman requirement. And so I actually applied my second semester in college. My first semester, I was actually a statistics major. And so I had really only been a business major for about a month when I actually landed my position. And so I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about getting a co-op is that you have to be very educated in your field and you have to be as much of an expert as possible. And that's just not true. I mean, like I literally knew like nothing and I got my position. And that's also rewarding because now I've seen how much I've grown over the last 2 years and it's really kind of changed the perception of myself. And so I actually enrolled into the co-op department after being a business major for less than a month. So
I'm just going to do a quick add-on to kind of what I said before. But at first, when I first started there, basically a lot of these, school doesn't exactly prepare you for business. So when you first go out to the field, you're an engineering student, but you haven't had any engineering real world experience. And they'll prepare you for that. They will take you as blank slate and they will help build you and get you the knowledge that you need and work with you through programs, and they'll take you through the software and they'll help you learn where you need to be.
I started, this is my 3rd semester and I will graduate after this semester. So I didn't start until, what would that be, 2nd semester of my junior year. So pretty late, but I would highly recommend the sooner the better.
Yeah, and I started pretty early as well. I think my experience pretty much mirrors Spencer's. I was in my sophomore year. I did a year-long internship, and then I did another program, which is a national student exchange. I went to another campus for a semester, and then last September, I got another internship and have been working there for a year. So it allowed me to do a lot by starting a bit earlier.
And how's your resume look, Sierra?
Well, like I said, I have 2.5 years of creative marketing experience. Plus, because I worked with 2 quite small companies, I feel like I have really endearing relationships with both of my direct supervisors, And on my last day, they both offered to write me letters of recommendation and to make sure that any job that I get in the future that they can be called and used as a reference.
Great, thank you.